We're here to debate the best eats of Bristol County, Rhode Island, otherwise known as the East Bay. I am your host, Michael Nipples McDonald. Your panelists today are going to be Mama Kay, Kane is Able, John and Warren, and Kevin from Bristol. The places for this are all located in Barrington, whose most famous resident was the crime boss, Nicholas Bianco. Warren, which is the smallest town in the smallest county, in the smallest state. It's also the hometown of my father. And Bristol, home of the oldest 4th of July parade in the country. So basically, this all started with just thought of what's the best food in the East Bay and who better than the panelists to represent each. So I've got a randomizer, going to figure out what the order is. It's going to be a snake draft with 6 restaurants or 6 places to eat, and we'll figure out what's the best.
Can I just check you real quick? Didn't somebody come out and say that Warren wasn't the smallest town? I don't know. Wasn't it like these other towns that were considered smaller?
Smallest town in the smallest county. So you have to have that.
That's the stipulation.
That's the stipulation. I think
Gotcha.
I think they say New Shoreham or something like that.
Yeah, New Shoreham. Yeah,
Yeah.
Possibly
Okay,
even Little
got it.
Compton too.
that's true. It's pretty.
But it's
pretty
not
small
in the
there.
smallest county.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Warren also has the moniker of the weird town, and Warren is weird, and it's awesome that it's weird. So, John, you don't really
Produce some weird people, Kevin, for sure.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm not gonna share this because frankly I don't have the technology to do so. But the first person or the draft order is going to be as follows: John and Warren
Let's go.
is going to be first.
Needed
It's
that.
big. It's big.
Second is going to be back-to-back Warrenites. Kane is Able.
Oh, nice. Good.
And going third is Mama Kay.
All right.
All right. So
who's going fourth?
you.
Well, you'll get back-to-back picks, so that's not bad.
All right. So listen, I clearly know where I'm going with this. It's it's a absolute staple of Warren. I grew up
You're taking
here.
it, aren't you?
I'm taking it. I grew up here going with my dad. I bring my kids there. Gives me all kinds of emotion bringing my children to this place the same way that that my parents brought me. There are free wieners tomorrow. You got to quit your belly aching. I am taking Rod's Grill as the first pick.
Nice. That's a great pick. This definitely would have been my second pick. That's very unfortunate. That's very, very unfortunate.
I was
And for
there.
those unfamiliar with Rod's Grill, that's where you get your hot wieners. You get them with the works. And maybe a coffee milk.
Coffee
Get some
milk.
French fries.
Yeah.
Or
Player
an-
Keno.
Or
Player
play
Keno.
keto. Get yourself an Addy burger with the banana peppers on it, on a Portuguese roll, better known as a bolo. Rod's
There you
Grill,
go.
first pick.
You can't miss
ate-
that Addy special, my friend. One of the
I-
great burgers of all time.
I
Absolutely.
ate there the day I went into labor with my first child. Yes. It
What a
might
treat.
have been the wiener that
Pushed you
not
over.
only got me pregnant, but also put me into delivery.
There it
You
is.
know, a long time ago, you used to get 4 or 5 for $1. You know, those were the days. Now they're like $3 a piece, John.
That's crazy. And
Nuts.
for a long, long time, they were cash only. It was only within the
That's
past
true.
maybe 5
That's
years
true.
that they allow credit
Literally the same staff since when I went in there when I was like 15 or 16. The same people are in there fucking working. It is
cards.
unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Ray Rod. Shout out Ray Rod.
Right.
Remember their big competition? Who was their only competition in Warren?
for wieners
Yep. Not far
in
from there.
Warren.
Yeah. And it was tremendous also.
Really? I don't know about this.
Dan's Wigwam.
Oh, Dan's
yes.
Wigwam. Yeah,
Dan's
that's
Wigwam
right. I
was the-
forgot
Where
about
was
that
that?
place.
They had
It was
the
a
best
little breakfast
breakfast.
place. Yeah.
Great breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a shotgun breakfast place, man. This shit was like, it
Yeah.
was old school, boy. Yeah, that was a good
You get
place.
shot with your wieners.
Forgot about that. That's before John's time. It was gone probably when you were a kid.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
No, it's
All right.
great breakfast place.
Excellent. Kane.
All right. Oof, man, you bastard. Okay, I knew you were going to take it. You know what? I'm going to go with a second staple. Now, there's been some problems lately at this place, and they're impingers and not cooking things the way they used to. But give me Riccati's. Give me Riccati's for just an overall great lunch. The best bread in the I want to say in the country. That's a little crazy, but some of the best bread I've had around, and just an amazing place to eat. They're known for their spinach pies. All right, good. Anyway, yeah, known for their
That's a
spinach pies.
Pick, Kane. I didn't even have it on my list. That's a sleeper. That's a great
Jesus
pick.
Christ.
Can I tell you why Riccati's was bumped off my list?
Let's do it.
I mean, when I tell you, I still bust their balls. Riccati's, for whatever reason, took their eggplant parm off the menu. It was the best eggplant parm I've ever had in my life. They took it off the menu, and I call there several times a week ordering the eggplant parm. And they're like, "Oh, we don't carry that anymore." I'm like, "Oh, it's a shame." Anyway, thanks for nothing. Goodbye. It's very upsetting because Just Ducky's right near there. I would walk over and get an eggplant parm every now and then, and it just was like being hugged from the inside out. Still a good pick, but it's off my list now. Anyway, carry on.
Kane, what is your go-to at Riccati's?
The spinach pie and also the turkey. I'm sorry, the Thanksgiving sandwich for that's I forget exactly what they do. It's like a chicken salad and it's a turkey salad. I don't even remember, but it has like cranberry in it, and then it's like stuffing or something. I don't remember. It's really good.
They make a hell of
I haven't had that in a while.
Too.
Great Italian. They also have a good cheeseburger sub, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good there too. Yeah, I've had so many sandwiches. I like the pastrami there, so they have a lot of good stuff. But yeah, it's one of my.
I don't know if they still have it, but it was one of the last places you get a mile-long hot dog was Riccati's.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Now they've kind of changed up a little bit. It's a little more. I don't know. It's not as. It's a little more too standard these days. It's a little different now. But
I heard you can get a mile-long hot dog at Nipples' house.
Probably. You good to go, Nipples? All set?
All right, we're all set.
All right. Who's up next? Okay.
It is Kira.
Yes. Okay, so you guys have gone with sandwich places. You know, it's a vibe. I like those. Those two are my favorite, probably both of the sandwich kind of places. But I got to bring up the level a little bit. I think on the dining experience. I'm not going to go all the way up to high end, but I think if I'm going to pick the place, if I were to think, let's go out, let's have a good meal. It's not too crazy expensive, but it's got a good view, good vibe, good drinks. I'm going to Chomp on the Water.
Ah,
Chomp's a great pick. Yeah.
Yep. They
that
have
was
great
the
chicken, great burgers. They have a full wall of taps of beer. They got wine. They got mixed. It's a great, and it's got that outdoor view now. You can sit out there
beautiful.
since they moved. And right in the hub of Water Street. So you can start your night there and, have a good meal. It's not going to break the bank and yet have a really good time, good vibe. So that's going to be
it's a great spot to go. It's an excellent fucking restaurant.
And they're opening one up in Newport as well, right on the old Fifth Element.
They used to have a salmon burger that was like the fucking rack of ribs on top of the Flintstones car. It was all massive. It was like the fish was in there. I don't know if they still have it, but that was aces. So good pick, Mama K.
I am big on their chicken, their boneless chicken with I think it's their Asian teriyaki or whatever. That is so good. And it's good at the end of the night too. It's like when you've had too much to drink. Oh, stop it. Very delicious.
Always have a good beer selection too.
Yes.
Excellent.
Good place.
Yeah.
Great restaurant. Really good restaurant.
All right, King, you're 1 and 2.
That's not me next.
I'm
It's
sorry, Kevin. Kevin and Bristol 1 and 2.
All right. Listen, I'm a breakfast food guy. I'm going to take the best breakfast place in the state.
Don't do it.
It's a place where it was once a quarter of its size, and over time they've grown. There's a line to wait to eat there all the time, but it is so goddamn worth it. The breakfast is tremendous. The coffees, the lattes, fantastic. Sunset Cafe in Bristol.
That's a very good place.
And it wins
Very good.
Best of Rhode Island every goddamn year because people just once you go there, it's hard to go anywhere else. Tremendous. And if you don't want breakfast, like my daughter will eat if they have a grilled cheese sandwich that comes with a big cup of tomato soup. I'm not a tomato fan, but you could inject it into my veins. It's incredible. So, Sunset Cafe, right downtown Bristol. It's been there forever, and I don't think it's going anywhere. So, my number one pick: breakfast food, tremendous sweetbread French toast.
Good
is
place.
Sunset Cafe.
I've never been.
Great breakfast sandwiches, man.
Oh.
Awesome.
Yep.
Really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And also some good bolos there. I know you mentioned the bolo at Rod's. Sunset also.
Kev, they have a, speaking of bolos or breakfast sandwiches, they have a breakfast sandwich called the hash dog on a bolo. It's, it's your classic bacon, egg, and cheese, but it's got the hash brown on it with like a chipotle aioli sauce.
Mm.
Fucking great.
Yeah, they're old school Portuguese. They know how to do it.
Is Nurse Kim now just in every single chat that Men fans do at every show? Or just like she is like everywhere now. She wants to come on, I can tell. Don't worry.
Shout out
Let
Nurse
her
Kim.
on. Yes, you go. All right, Kevin, another pick, buddy. The big one.
Wow. All right. I'm going to go to probably, of all the restaurants in all the towns, Bristol, Warren, Barrington. Mama Kay, what's the deal? You just blacked yourself out.
Blackout is right.
Yeah,
Her friend Fitty was popping out.
She's shooting up right now. She doesn't want us to see. That's fine. I don't judge. Montante with the 8 balls, Mama Kay with the H. So I'm going to go with what I think is the best overall restaurant, food-wise, cooks-wise, in all 3 places. The family that owns this place, they're like royalty. They used to own a place called the Castle on Papa Squash in Bristol. Everyone had their wedding there, and the food was always tremendous. And their family, or someone in their family, has always had a restaurant in Bristol. And right now, if you go there, when I tell you it's a hole in the wall, it is a hole in the wall. A little tiny joint.
Is it a casual place or
It's called Pomodoro.
Oh, you fucker.
Pomodoro?
Pomodoro on Wood Street in Bristol is unfucking believable. The food is, everything you get is cooked so perfectly. And if you're a pasta fan, and I only do it occasionally, I'll go in there and I'll get the vodka sauce, the pink vodka sauce. I could drink a pitcher of it. So
Their
I don't
bolognese.
think anybody's going to take that
spectacular.
restaurant.
That was my fucking
Great
sleeper pick.
Great pick.
oh, Pomodoro. It's like that. That's where all like the if you're not from in town, you don't know to go there. Because like I said, it is kind of in the Bristol ghetto. If Bristol has a ghetto, but it is so worth your time and your danger.
Kev, have you tried their new pizza spot?
Pio's.
Yeah.
That's where I get my new eggplant parm. Oh man! And yeah, they have a pizza with like a balsamic glaze on it that will knock your panties right off you. Sensational.
Good pick.
Who's up?
That's a great pick. I was going to try to go almost Warren all the way with one Bristol sneaking in there, and that was my one. You just killed me right there, Kev.
It's well, you got Rod's Grill. That's probably my favorite. From childhood till now, my favorite Warren spot. So,
Kira is next, but out of the picture right now, so we'll overstep.
I'm sorry.
Someone
I can hear her
Oh.
sizzle.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, Kane wasn't letting me back in. Sorry.
I wasn't trying to hide to go over there, but
All right. Pomodoro's good pick. I think for my next one, I'm gonna do the rare. I gotta represent over if we're gonna include Barrington in this.
Of course.
Yeah, it's quantity wise, they're not. It's never gonna compare to Warren and Bristol, but there's a couple of really good gems over here in my town, and one of them is the Oxford Tavern. If you haven't been over here on Maple Avenue, it's a place that's been for 20 years over in EP. They moved over, took over the old Billy's spot. It's a family-run place. Great Portuguese, Italian inspired stuff, but you can get anything. Their menu is enormous. They have specials. Everybody's great. And the best part, it is around the corner from my house. So it's the closest of the restaurants to me. And it's a really good one. You got to get in early or you got to come in late, because if you come during the dinner rush, no reservations, you'll be waiting, but it's worth it if you do. Freaking amazing. And
what kind of food are we talking about? And
I said it's like pork. It's everything
Oh,
that you can get. A steak, you can get burgers, you can get chicken, but it's Portuguese inspired a little bit. So like the family's Portuguese. And I have a couple of old school Portuguese friends who like ran the Venus de Milo, that type of Portuguese. And they said it's the best Mozambique sauce they've ever had is at this place. So if you can make it over the double bridges to Barrington for a good dinner, come on over to the Oxford Tavern. They're
Here.
fabulous.
Next time you go there, just tell them Vakaga.
Vodka?
We're all set. Vakaga. They'll love you
Okay.
for it.
Okay.
All right,
I
Kane.
don't know.
All right, second pick. Can't believe I'm going back to Bristol, but I'm going to go back to Bristol. And she talks about Portuguese food. This is the best Portuguese restaurant there is anywhere. Is Cafe Central. I don't know if you guys have eaten there. It's a very underrated place. They're never busy. The Alfonso family. Yeah, I went to school with Nelson. Great kid. Not really, but they like to party hardy. But they put out food, and you're gonna wait. Sometimes I go in there and wait 35 minutes, but they cook literally everything from scratch completely. They make the sauces right. It's really authentic. It's the best Portuguese food there is in the whole town. So, and it's probably out of the town. I mean, I go Rods. I love Riccardi's. I had to get that just to grab it, but this is the place I think about going mostly is Cafe Central. It's a very, very great Portuguese restaurant. So I'm going to take that one.
Yeah, it's like hidden underneath an apartment complex. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
It is
It's
fantastic.
bizarre.
Great food.
It was
Excellent
great.
octopus.
Yes,
they have
octopus
a
awesome
little
there.
tiny bar, and they serve espressos. They give you an espresso
Yeah.
with your liqueur.
A lot of loud people, a lot of soccer on the TV, but the dining room's never that busy. But it is delightful food, very, very good.
Wait,
Good.
Kane, loud Portuguese and soccer in Bristol?
Yeah, I know, shocking, right? People have gone Bristol twice. It's crazy, but yeah, I'm gonna take them.
Best.
I love that place.
All right, John, 2-3.
All right. Going back to Mama K's, Oxford Tavern, didn't think of it. Good sneaky pick. I believe they used to be in East Providence, recently moved to Barrington. When you're thinking of
said
like
that.
bang
Yeah, she
for your
did.
buck, probably the best. Like it's the amount of food you get, and as far as like the pricing goes, Oxford Tavern, good pick. Again, didn't think of it. Sneaky good pick. All right, I'm gonna go. Speaking of sneaky, this is a place that I think they need to do a hell of a better job advertising themselves. They're hidden to begin with, as far as their location is concerned. Even their sign on Water Street is kind of hidden by some brush. You can barely see it when you walk by, but they have the best view in Warren, and a lot of people don't realize that when you sit outside, and that would be Tavino. I'm going with
Good
Tavino for
place.
my second pick.
Good place.
Strong.
Underrated place.
They when they moved to the back spot, I haven't been. I remember going there when they were in the front spot where Admirals is. I've never been to their back.
My dad was a bartender at Tavino's in the 70s, and
shit.
my cousin Ken was the cook there. Tavino's Paul. What's his last name?
I don't know.
He's a great guy.
Yeah,
Great.
Paul. It's something with a B, isn't it? I want to say a B. I know who you're talking about, though. I know exactly who you're
great
talking
guy.
about.
Fantastic pick. You're right. It is hidden. No one knows it's there anymore. But if you go
It's
find
not
it,
Bullock, is it? Bullock?
holy
That's
shit.
right. Yes.
Got it.
Brain on Kane.
Yes, there used to be a Bullock's restaurant right over there.
No,
Yes.
no, Bullock's is the old Revival King.
No, I know that. I'm saying it. The brother. There were two brothers.
Oh,
I think
the
one
brother,
on one and
yes.
one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Peter was the other guy.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes. Good pull right there, Kevin. I know my Warren people.
And at Tavino, outside like the regular restaurant and the outdoor seating, they kind of have that back bar. And every time you hang out in that back bar, you kind of feel, as Kirk would say, mobbed up.
Yeah,
mobbed up.
sure. And I'll say this real quick about Tavino's. The owner of the Admiral worked under Paul for years, and Paul said, "You're a great cook. You should have your own place." They kind of split Tavino's in half, and that's where the Admiral came in. And the Admiral is also, I mean, it may be somewhere on my list as well. You're going to wait for your food, and you're going to hear the chef screaming at his work,
Yeah.
but it's worth every second of it.
Yeah.
Who's up?
Just in case, I think I've got another one, right? My pick
Yes.
again? Okay.
Yeah, it's your pick next.
To your point, Kevin, just in case no one picks Admiral, that is, I wish they would get a little bit more love too. I heard it's really hard for them to find help. They're struggling a little bit, but fantastic fucking place too.
I'll say this: they have something called Zippy Shrimp
Mhm.
Get the zippy shrimp. You'll find yourself going back there just for that. Kevin Caton is the chef's name. Fantastic.
Kevin Kane, I know. Yes, yeah.
Well, they used to
Interesting.
do the zippy shrimp when it was Tavino's. That was their specialty. Because I remember when we moved in 2000, my husband goes, "We got to go to Tavino's for the zippy shrimp." So that's been around a long time with those two places. So
Nice.
Those two chefs.
yep.
All right, I've got a tough pick here. I mean, I've got a ton on my mind, but there's two that are jumping out at me, and no matter what one I pick, the other one's going to get scooped up. So again, it is a tough pick. I think what I'm going to do is skip over my favorite date night spot and pick my just all around great spot. Two of us in this show were there recently. I'm going to go with Square Peg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Good
gone.
one.
Great place.
It's a great.
Three of us in the show were there.
Probably all
Oh,
of us in the
besides-
show were there recently.
Besides
No,
myself,
but-
sorry,
Great
yeah,
place.
you're right.
We were
There
like
were
whacking
three of
off
us.
the drip together. We were, we had a good little.
Square
We
Peg's
were at
great.
Chomp and the Square Peg recently.
Mm.
That's right. That's right. Now the Square Peg Bang Bang tacos are probably my favorite thing to get there. I like how it's kind of a pub style. Like if you just want to go out for like a drink, hang out, like I said, pub style, just grab a drink. Square Peg's a great spot. Lunch, dinner. If you're with someone who's kind of picky, I think and you're in Warren, that's where you bring them. There's something for everybody at Square Peg.
Yeah, and it's just part of the restoration to Water Street. It's made
Yep.
the street actually like respectable. I mean, when I was younger, it was like a fucking dead zone. Nobody went down there, so it's great to see those places thriving.
Good
It
call.
was called the Shit in the Window Street. I lived there from '99.
Nobody's like, don't go down to Water Street. You know?
It was just old antique places with shit in the window. That's what we called it.
That's where
Great.
that's my father's family's all from, all water.
Yeah. Well, my husband's family started Blount Seafood, so I've been
Yeah.
part of that street a long time.
Swinging your dick, Mama Kay. Swinging that.
No,
That's right.
no, not swinging anything.
Who's up?
I'm up. All right.
King's up.
Man, I got a few ways. So there's a couple new places that I've really liked. I'm gonna save one. I think I'm gonna go with Brick. I don't know if you guys have been there.
Oh.
I
Bristol.
love brick.
Another Bristol pick that I shouldn't be doing here. I'm fucking really screwing this up right now, but
It's a
it
good
is a
pick.
great place. Really good. I remember if I saw it on the 4th of July, I think this past maybe last year. I didn't go in. I was like, oh, it's an interesting place. Recently, I finally went in and tried it, and it was really nice. Really nice inside. It's like, it's high ceilings. It's all wood. It's just kind of like, and I just was watching the kitchen's open, so you kind of see what's going on. And all the food that came out and the drinks were really good. The service was great. It's, I don't know if they consider it like a pizza place. I didn't feel like that. I felt like more like it was a restaurant and they had pizza kind of thing, but the pizza was very good. Everything else that I got was good. The drinks were good. So I think it's one of the better places probably in both towns. It's got a good reputation. So
Great wings.
very, very expensive. Yeah. The wings were actually, that's what I did get. The wings were very good, but it was expensive. Very expensive there, but worth it. So
It's a great pick, Kane. That's definitely one of my favorite spots to go. I love the vibe. The pizza's great. I like their
Yeah, it's a good
barrage
place.
board. It's a good spot. Very
you got
good
the real chef in the chef's coat. It's good to see in a place like that. So I was excited to see that. So it was nice.
Great.
Wide open.
All right, Kira. We're
Oh,
up
it's
to your
mine?
third.
Where do I
Okay.
go? Jesus Christ.
Kevin, you got the next two.
All
You
right.
went. You're at the top where you loop around twice all the time.
Jesus
Relax.
Christ.
My third pick is going to be a little bit of a sleeper, I guess. But the food is some of the best food I've ever eaten. And I was there 2 nights ago. It's in the old Chomp location in Warren, and it is the Love Shack. And that chef, who came from Blue Water in Barrington originally,
Yeah.
and he's doing his barbecue thing, and their pork chop, their prime rib sandwich, their food,
What'd you call it? The Love Shack?
the Love Shack, like the
I never been there.
B-52s. Yeah,
Cross the
that's-
It's new, Kane.
Back bowling
Okay.
alley.
it's
All right.
across from Dudex where you were.
Yeah, I remember where the old
Chomp.
chomp was. Yeah.
Yep.
And the old, if you go way back, it was like
Yeah.
the,
The breakfast
box.
place, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's like
yeah.
Wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Hat trick. Hat trick.
Penalty
Hat
box?
trick,
Yeah.
Patrick, that's it.
Patrick. I knew it was hockey themed. But it's small. It doesn't have. It has a small bar, has small seating. They have outdoor, whatever. But it's packed. So you got to go like maybe not on a Friday, Saturday if you just want to walk in and get a seat. The food is some of the best food you will eat, and it's barbecued inspired. Doesn't mean it's all barbecue, but
Yep.
it's got a heavy barbecue theme. And I am telling you, this guy knows how to cook his meats. They're
Nice.
freaking amazing.
I still have to go there.
Putting
I
that in
think
the
he puts a
list.
little bit of Montante's pounding powder in his sauces because the sauces are addictive. And if you don't
Yeah.
eat meat, they'll take their pulled pork nachos and they'll put grilled shrimp in it instead. Which
nice.
if you do like meat, it's an amazing alternative once in a while.
Don't go there if you're vegan. You're wasting your time. It's
Right.
so good though. I had a prime rib sandwich on like this ciabatta bread the other day. It was like melted in my mouth. It was so good.
They do lunch too, or is it just dinner?
I think they're like 4 o'clock opening most
okay.
nights. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get there for lunch. But if you can go. It's so good. It's a good date night spot too, John. Take your wife there. It's really good.
In the summer, they have live music outside. They have a little backyard area. Really nice.
In the summer, yeah.
Right. Don't
All
go
right,
now.
Kevin. Kevin, you got 2 coming.
All right. Thank God. Everyone's dying to hear from me. Hey, did you guys hear Justin say, who said that they don't look at their penis when they masturbate?
Very
it
weird.
Justin? I mean,
Justin said he does.
I think people thought it was weird
no,
that
he
he
does
did that.
not.
No, I thought Cullinane said he does.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. It was
Colin
Colin.
looks at it. I marvel at mine when I masturbate. It's all shiny and like a soldier standing at attention.
Can
I
you
mean,
give
Kira,
your pick, Kevin?
did
Wait,
you look
Kev,
at the ass when you're
Kev,
flicking-
if you're holding your dick in one hand and the magnifying glass in the other, where's the masturbation coming in?
I have the
Can't do it in the sun, though.
The gif of Justin whacking off though today was about the best thing.
Oh.
I mean, that's gonna live forever in infamy. But can we just pick your pick? Kevin?
I'm going to carry that gift of Justin's gift into my holidays to make me cheer up whenever I need it.
Go.
That was wonderful stuff. Thank you, Justin.
It was good.
Okay, so here we go. Right now,
Love it.
I'm going to bang out my 2 favorite places. I can't believe I got both of them. I can't believe it this late in the game. The first one I'm going to say used to be a dive bar in Bristol. You could go there, you could get in a bar fight, you could have a few drinks, listen to some live music. What the fuck is that? Anyway,
I think I know where you're going with this.
Sorry.
So the guy's niece takes it over. And when I
Mm-hmm.
tell you she's ambitious as all hell, she's a great chef. She has her fingers in several things in Bristol as far as
Do
like
you have a good catering department, or
she does catering, she has a restaurant place. She's going to open a place. She's working on opening a place in Bristol that has it's going to be like a free play arcade place. You go
oh
in,
wow,
and up until I think like 8 o'clock, kids can go in. After 8 o'clock, it's all adults. So they're working on that right now. Her name's Courtney Poissant. She
Yes,
took over
I know her.
took over the Common Pub.
yes,
That's a great pick.
There is
I
no
know her
place-
brother Paulie, good kid.
Oh yeah, they look like they're degenerates, and they're all amazing people.
Well, they're definitely degenerates, but they're great people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good catering, man. They did my
Great
uncle's
catering.
wedding. Fantastic food.
Good pick,
CP.
Kevin.
Yeah. So Common Pub, I go there.
Across the
and I
street
get-
from Brick, for those not in the know.
Right.
Yep.
Across the street from Unity Park. They have a salmon dinner, and it's like a charbroiled salmon with Brussels sprouts and mashed potatoes and all this stuff. It's a massive plate. You get a salmon dish anywhere else, you're paying $30. I want to say it's $22. And it is like it's not a chicken finger of salmon. It is a steak of salmon. You go there, you have a drink. It's a great atmosphere. It's very relaxed. I can bring the kids, and the food is always phenomenal. The service, people come, they sit down with you. You know, I mean, sometimes it's not the best. You don't want that much friendliness, but I like it. So for me, Common Pub is probably my most regular hit spot in Bristol. It's been there forever. The prices are tremendous. The food's off the charts, and it's really a slice of old Bristol when you walk inside and you see just like I said, it still has the dive bar vibe, but the food next level. So
Excellent.
Common
Yeah.
Pub. Take it off.
She's
the
a
list.
she's a great comeback story, to be quite honest. Like her,
Courtney.
you know, she comes from a tough
Absolutely.
family and she made it. You know, she's
Yeah.
she's a good kid.
And
Good for her.
I just saw her at a charity event. Someone lost their daughter, and Courtney showed up supposed to bring one toy. She showed up with armloads of bags of toys. She's a good person. You want to support a good place with a good person? Yeah, Common Pub's your place. Okay, moving on. This is my next favorite place, and it's got everything. It's got a great bar.
I know where you're going,
Anytime
Kevin.
you-
I can predict this. You're going to take it off
The-
my list.
The back room, we could have it for the Minifans. The owner, Richie, is like, he loves Barstool. He loves Kirk. He's like, if you guys want to have a Minifan event or anything, that back room is yours. It's called the engine room in the back room. And they have Golden Tee golf. They have darts. They have a fire pit, all kinds of crazy stuff in a back room all to yourself. And the restaurant is Portside. Portside,
Yes.
downtown
If I
Bristol.
got the opportunity, I was gonna take this from you just to piss you off.
Oh,
Yeah, Portside's good.
It was my next spot. It was my next one, so I'll take
Richie,
it off.
the owners are Richie and Caroline Parenti. And
Yes.
it's the kind of place where they'll come to your table, check on you. I mean, Caroline is too nice. She's too generous.
They also own Roberto's too, right?
They own Roberto's. Roberto's was going to close
Yeah.
down. And
I didn't know that.
They saved it. They saved
Yes.
Roberto's. Yeah, that's a great call.
We used to call him in high school. His nickname was Yo Rich.
Yeah,
He was 1%. He said he was 1% black. I don't know if you
I
knew
can
that,
see that. I can totally.
but-
Now I don't know if you know this. There was a movie. I can't think of the name of it. Damn it. Richie's mother was married to Aiden, who owns Aiden's
Yes.
Pub, who passed away recently.
There was she got her brother out of prison or something, right?
They made it. Hillary Swank played her in a movie. I off the top of my head, I can't think of the name of the movie, but she went to school, became a lawyer, just to get her brother out of prison.
Yeah,
And she
great
did it.
story.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's impressive story, impressive family.
His brother
Very
Ben's a
nice
good
people.
kid too.
They have a
Good people.
sandwich at Portside. It's an ahi tuna steak, and it's probably my favorite sandwich.
Did you mention Aiden's too? They're like connected to Aiden's too, right?
Well, like I said, his stepdad was Aiden. It didn't go well
Okay.
when he
Oh,
opened
did you just say
Portside.
that?
He used to
Sorry.
manage Aiden's, but they figured it out in the end before Aiden passed away. Thankfully, I didn't even know Aiden was sick.
Portside.
Next thing I know, he's dead. So anyway, here's to
Portside's off.
Aiden. Here's to Portside.
Speaking of that strip right there, is Guillory still a thing? Is that still open?
Nah, they're gone.
Oh, I wish
That was
Is there
a great
anything
place.
there at all?
everybody
think
met
so.
their future wife at Guillory's.
I don't think anything's in there. I drove by there recently and it was like still
No.
boarded up.
That
When
was
I
a
turned
great place
21,
to
that was
catch
the spot to
fans.
go.
That was
Yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah, someone bought it and they never finished developing it, so it's just kind of
Yeah.
sitting and waiting.
Good live
just-
bands. It was a fun place.
It's the absolute perfect location.
It is.
Yep.
Couldn't be better.
Let's open up a bar there, everybody. Let's go.
Oh,
Should.
All right, Kira.
Oh, my turn again. Okay, so Portside was my next guess, but or my next choice. But Kev, I knew was going to have that on his list, and so he beat me to it. It's a great place. I love the fireplace in there. I love sitting out in the summer. I love the bar itself. It's great by the
all right, I
fireplace.
took it, Kira. Let it go. I took it.
All right, it's a good place. All right, so I'm going to go to my next spot, and this one's definitely like a higher end location, but you can't beat the location. I have a affinity towards it because the owners are all the people who I used to work with at Venus de Milo. The daughter owns it, the same staff, the same chef, the same manager. All of the same people have moved over. And if you have people in town and you want to take them out for a nice baked stuffed lobster or a nice dinner on the water, you got to take them to the wharf in Warren.
Definitely.
And
In the summer, the rooftop bar.
in the rooftop bar, no food up there, but definitely start up there for drinks. On the couches,
place.
you're going to see
That's
a
great.
sunset. You're going to see a great view. You go downstairs, have a great meal. It's all modernized now. It's not your grandpa's wharf
Yeah.
with all the blue hairs in there. It's remodeled. It's Marissa and Peter own it now. There are people from my background from when I worked at in restaurants, and it's
They've
just
done
a
a great job there. I mean, the food there is spectacular. I had
and
it on my list. I was going to grab it
Jimmy,
next.
shout
but
out
it's too late.
Jimmy Campagnon is the chef.
Yeah.
Renee, who is my coworker at Venus, runs all the events. It's not a cheap night out by any stretch, so
Nope,
know
it's
that
good,
going
though.
in. but it's good. It's worth it. And it is definitely a destination place if you've got company and you want to impress them with a dinner on the water in Rhode Island. You take them there. So
That was a-
reception on the roof. It's a that view
that
is
was
incredible.
Well, back in the day, we used to run off the roof and jump in the water. That was a big
Yeah,
thing. That was
catch
always
the
fun.
current
they
going
have
by.
live music up there too, so you can get some good entertainment up there as well.
That's a legendary place. Even back then, it was a fun place to go. When I was young, just starting up in the business, like you'd go to that restaurant after work, and it was always a good party going on there. It's just a legendary place, you know.
When I met my
The wharf's the
in-laws, that
best.
was the first place they took me to dinner, and there was lots of events there too. So yeah,
Great place.
old, but the new place has done itself very well, and now it's happening all the time. So and
You know what I liked what they did? One of the smartest things they did, besides remodel, as part of the remodel, they ripped up the carpet and everything.
Yeah.
But the smartest thing they did was, I don't know why when they first created that place, the bar never faced the water. The
I
bar
know.
was facing the complete
Stupid, right?
opposite direction, just staring at a wall. So when they remodeled it and they put the bar facing out to that beautiful view, is the smartest thing they could have done.
yeah, and you can go there and have a good, martini and stare out at the water. It's winter, summer, spring, fall. It's a 4-year view, and it's great. It's great.
Yeah, great place.
Kira,
Excellent. All right, Kane.
Kira, I bet your in-laws wish they took you to Mamma Mia's instead for that first date.
Oh, shut up. Shut
All
up.
right. What are we on now? It's the fourth pick, Nipples? for
Kane,
me,
this is
or-
your fourth pick.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go something that I gotta go back to Warren. I could go a lot of ways, but I'm just gonna take the Clam Shack off the
Ah,
table.
you bastard.
I love the Clam Shack. I mean, it's more of a summer place. I get it, but fried clams, fried scallops, fried shrimp, clam cakes. I mean, for the people that are out of state that don't understand what a clam cake is, I mean, it really there's not that many. It's really a Rhode Island thing, kind of thing. But the chowder, just an amazing place. I know, my father worked out of boats. He had a boat that came out of Blount, so I knew the people. But then also like the Clam Shack, the actual that actual little Clam Shack does like over like $1.5 million to $2 million in the summer. It's unfucking believable.
Those lines are crazy.
It's nuts, and it's a great. It's just really it's expensive. You're gonna pay for it, but it's worth it if you get the right people in there. And it's for
Well,
me, fried.
I'm gonna swing my dick again, Kev, just so you're ready. So that's my husband's family. I'm so glad you picked it. I didn't have to pick it, but we
are
lived
great.
in the house right in front of it for the first 5 years. I lived in Rhode Island. It was right there next to Warren Blount Seafood. My husband worked right next door, but it is the best seafood spot
No question.
on the East Bay, bar
It's the best.
none. And my daughter worked for the Blount Clam Shack, not that one. She worked
Yeah,
at
the
the
one.
one on
Yeah.
the Carousel over by their
okay.
EP for years. And,
Well, even the one they have that's like a brick and mortar is really good too.
yeah,
They have
that's their
all
all
the same
year round
food.
one.
Yeah,
That's the same
it's
food.
excellent. But they
You
just
can pick up.
I'll combine them together. I'll just say the Clam Shack in general. Great business models. I mean, now you see Blount's chowder. It's everywhere. They used to take all the clams and cook it in there. You don't smell it on the road anymore. I guess they took that part
Try
out.
living next to it for 5
Yeah,
years.
it's gross.
Smell
The shit's
that
gone.
clam
Fine,
pile.
thank God.
My
but just an
mother-in-law-
amazing- great
My
place.
mother-in-law's words to me though were when we lived next door and I smelled that clam pile, she goes, "Honey, that's the smell of money." That's what she
John, I told you
worked
she
there.
came from money, didn't I tell you?
No,
knew
I
it. This is
didn't.
a revelation.
Guys, I think my headphones weren't working. Kira, your family didn't live next to or work with Blount at all, did they?
Yeah. Well, right across the street can only be so many houses too. I mean, I know all
Next
those
door,
houses. My friend
next
lives
door.
over there, right,
My husband.
right across the street. So there can only be so many. Right next to
Let me
Janetto
give you a
Park.
little.
Good for
Let
you.
me give you a little history. My husband's grandfather started Blount Seafood with Nelson Blount. They were best friends.
Yes.
And it just passed it down. And my husband
Yes.
is not involved anymore. He jumped out of the family business about 10, 12 years ago.
I heard he
So
was kicked out.
Yeah,
I'll take the Clam Shack. We don't want to go too far here.
it's a great restaurant though. Good,
Great
pick,
place.
Good pick.
Excellent.
I love
All
it.
right. John, so you got two coming.
All right. I'm a comment guy. I'm a man of the people. So Kane, before I make my pick, would you like to address the comment that says you can't cook, you only use the deep fryer? Your thoughts?
Who from Connoisseur Memes? Oh, memes. I've used a lot more than a deep fryer, but I'm not gonna get into it with memes because it's a waste of my time. Freddie, but I will say the clam cake is not something that it's kind of like a fritter. It's I guess the people would know it from as like a corn fritter, but it's a
Yeah,
batter
corn
that you put
fritter,
clams in, you
yeah.
cook it.
It's
You
a
fry it
dough
and
ball
then-
with clams. It's a dough
Yeah,
ball.
but it's light. It's light and airy, and it's just an amazing product. I don't think they have it in many other places than over here. I don't think so.
There's places, but you picked one of the 3 best places that has it. There's only
You know
3.
what a fantastic one is Guido's.
I won't-
I was gonna.
Jesus
I don't want to
Christ,
go back.
Warren.
Say, calm down, John. We don't want to go back to Bristol, but Guido's and Clam Shack, those are your places. But
Yeah.
it's all right. I can't give another Bristol pick. I couldn't do it.
Who's
All
up?
right. So there are fancier places. There are more date night places. There are places with a lot more variety. But this is a feel good pick for me. It's a real Warrenite pick. I'm going with Luke's Inn, my friend.
Wow.
Luke's Inn.
The first terrible pick that's been
No,
made.
I'm so
Oh
glad.
no!
Oh,
No.
stop.
Legendary.
First of all,
It's
Kevin Luke, the
legendary.
guy that owns it is a very touchy feely guy, which I'm not a big fan of.
And
The
Luke-
guy's always-
Oh,
That Luke's a great guy. I work.
you have
Like
trauma,
touch
King.
yellow
Work
too
through your
much. That's all I'm
trauma.
saying.
They would send me home with armloads of Chinese food in my family. They were such good people. Still are.
They're
Still
the
are.
best people. And it's
Sure.
the
Hey,
best
that
Chinese
Luke's Inn is
food.
the first time you and I ever met. You're gonna
Sure.
put this place down? Come on.
No, I'm just saying I like the place, but I don't know about like the food wise. I think they've gone a little slippery here.
Like I said, that's a
pork
that's a
fried
feel good
rice-
pick for me. That's a nostalgia pick for me.
Yeah, there you go.
They had a bartender back in the
I-
day.
Good drinks.
It's a great
It is.
pick.
Okay.
That's a
Right.
local place too. You're not finding any tourists in there at that bar.
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
The bar scene is something else.
Is,
I mean,
is,
I
don't know
go
how
I
you
go
do-
there at least once a month to the bar. We enjoy it very much in there. It's
He has no
interesting.
problem serving you like 10 Mai Tais. He'll do it in 2 seconds. He'll just keep bombing those motherfuckers at you. You don't care. You're going to spend the money. You're getting shit face walking out. Give him a move. Yeah, no, it's a great place. I'm not going to put it down, but the food has gone down. In my opinion,
No,
the
it's
food
the
is kind
best Chinese food in that and Jackie's. Those are the two best.
of sad, guys.
Mr. Alba, I've got one more, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I can't believe this place has fallen this far. This is a steal at this point. I'm going with Revival.
I had it
Um,
on there. Yeah, Revival. Good place.
I love Revival. Their tuna tartare for an app is phenomenal. And there's also one of the only places around that does duck, whether it be duck breast or duck confit, which I love both. I'm a duck guy, so I'm going with Revival.
Shit. Duck guy, huh? Nice. That's a good
Yep.
place.
Duck's very gamey. I don't know. Holy shit. Good for
Oh,
you.
duck's great.
I'm gonna
It's like
pass
dark.
on
It's
the
all
duck.
dark meat.
Ah,
Especially duck confit is a great product. Great product. You can do a lot. It's very versatile.
that
Good
is
pick with
gamey.
Luke's.
You
Lost
cook
me
the
at
duck in
Revival.
its own fat. That's the confit method, and it just nice slow cook, and then it just breaks right off the bone.
So much
It's just-
flavor.
That is
Oh.
Portuguese vagina duck. Very gamey. Very good. But you know, if cooked right, it's good.
The
delicious.
best part of Revival, they have a great tiramisu martini, but other than that,
Oh wow, it's different.
no, it's good. It's
Am I
very
up
good.
again, John?
All right, Kane, it's you.
I'm gonna go with a nostalgia pick for me. Maybe because I worked there. Maybe because I saw the transformation. I don't think it gets enough. I don't think people talk about it enough. But SS Dion in Bristol. Have you guys ever eaten there before?
Yeah,
It's
that's a
been remodeled, and I hear
Yeah.
good things about the remodel or the
Excellent
Excellent
renovation.
place.
Excellent.
Excellent
season.
place. Great seafood. They were known back in the day for their 1 pound piece of swordfish. They've kind of now turned it into like a real restaurant where they have like before it was more like you ordered your protein and they kind of mixed it with a veg and a starch kind of thing. Now it's turned into complete composed dishes. I know the owners, great people, but in general, the transformation of that restaurant and the inside, all the remodeling they've done, right on the water in Bristol, beautiful view. Just the chef in there knows what he's doing. You can just tell it's modernized. It's a great restaurant. Very, very good, and priced right. It's you feel like you're getting your money's worth when you go in
Yeah,
there.
for the
So,
spot it's in, you're right. They give you a good value for that. That is prime location. I'll give you a little history lesson.
yeah.
When I was a kid, my mother's boyfriend, only other guy she was with besides my dad, we lived with him. His name was Bruce Kennard. Great guy.
Okay.
And he owned a
Does
restaurant in
he
Bristol.
own Canards in Warren?
Kennard Shellfish, yes.
My father
Yeah.
worked for him. That's fucking
Holy
funny.
shit.
Well, we
And
know he was the guy that was it his brother or him that had the
It was
issue
Bruce
with
and Dale.
Dale.
Bruce
Bruce
and
and
Dale
Dale.
were
Yeah,
two brothers,
they
yeah.
own that Caw Hog place right in Warren.
Yeah.
Isn't that
I
like a
worked with
1
him.
in a billion chance?
Hey, now let me say this too. What did Kirk Dad say? It had mob.
Mobbed up.
Yeah, wow, they were mobbed up. Yeah, those
They
guys
were mobbed
up. Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's
Anyway,
interesting.
so
Learn a lot of these
Bruce,
shows.
Bruce and Dale owned a restaurant called the Heritage in Bristol,
Mhm.
and it was a great restaurant. Their dad had the title, had the deed, and one day they were working, and people came in to look at the place. The two sons. The dad had sold the restaurant off from under the two brothers.
Oh,
They
wow.
lost it, and that restaurant became SSD on shortly after the Heritage.
Oh, really? Well, that's
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in that building. A lot of time.
a good place.
Good
Good people.
story.
All right.
SSD on, good call.
All right, Kira, it's your 5th place. And you're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry, I'm trying to turn it on mute because there's a lot going on back there, so I don't want you to all have to listen to the background girls.
Yeah, you tripping.
The next one I'm gonna pick, and there is no relation to me, but it is a great spot, good, affordable, great little casual bar grill. Richardson's in downtown Warren. I did my birthday there this year with my friends. It's they do good. They have a great menu, good food, affordable. It's not overrun with the tourists because it's off of Water Street. It's right on Market or no Child, right? And
Child, yeah.
yeah, it's really really good. And if you ever go there and you see Coach Moran, who works the bar, he's from Ireland. I call him Coach Moran because he's the gym teacher and health teacher in Barrington, which is what my kids called him. But he's one of the nicest guys, great guy, runs the bar there. And the food is awesome. And you can get they used to do it like a Tuesday night burger deal. I don't know if they're still doing that, but if you want a nice like mid-casual night out, that's a great spot that a lot of people don't know about.
I've never
unless
been
you're
there.
local.
I'm gonna check it
Yeah.
My
out.
parents love that place. It should get more shine. I kind of feel bad that it doesn't.
It
it out.
it gets like the people who know about it, and they go a lot and they go back. So once you go, I mean, it's not going to be the touristy place. It's not going to be the hip place. It's not the stingy alley speakeasy type thing, but they have great drinks, great food, and it's not outrageous, and it's nice in there. It's not like a dive bar, but it's also not like
They've got a balsamic calamari that'll make your tip drip. It's fantastic. I mean, if you're a calamari fan, it's a serviceable portion, and the flavor is unreal. So, yeah,
Excellent.
it's a
I
good
love
pick.
and they
calamari.
serve
Very nice people.
They serve the masters like a mint julep, not a mint julep because I hate the mint julep, but they have a master's drink. The guy was working it out when I was there with my girlfriend, and it's on their menu now. I can't remember the name of it, but it's actually a really good drink. It's the
He's
master's.
very helpful if you knew the name of it. So we'll work on that. That's all right.
No, I'm thinking the mint julep because of the Kentucky Derby, but it's whatever the official master's drink is. They have it on the menu.
I believe it's horse semen, Kira.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. The Masters is golf, Kevin. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Unless you're talking about Tiger Woods.
I thought you meant the Kentucky Derby.
Well, it's because I
Was
said
Kevin up
Julep
next with
was
two?
Kentucky Derby.
Kevin's got 2 coming.
Sorry.
Kevin,
Freddie-
your last 2.
Okay, my last 2.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Fuck. All right.
That's tough.
All right. I'm gonna I'm gonna go a little outside the norm here. My wife and I sneak out for sushi all the time when we get out, like for a date without the kids. There's a place called Mindy's in Portsmouth that's one of our regular stops. But there's a place right in Bristol, right on the water, that and it's a little pricey, but the view's great, the atmosphere is very chill, and the sushi at Baba Sushi is every single piece is fresh, tremendous.
What's it
Time
called?
out. They
Baba's?
just got closed. They just got closed down. Just so you know.
No way. Is that true?
Yes, they didn't
Closed
pay
down.
their rent. They didn't pay their rent for 4 years, so they're gone.
Jesus.
Sorry,
Ming's
I'm
in
just-
Portsmouth. Ming's Sushi.
We'll give you that one. No, you didn't know.
No, because that was on my list too, Kev. So I had no idea.
Wow, they closed for good?
Yes, they just got kicked out.
That sucks.
That rent's got to be fucking pricey too at that spot.
Where were they?
haven't
Where they
paid
located?
since COVID.
They're right on the water in Bristol, across the street from like the Adians area over there.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. Big buddy.
Go to
And
Miku in Barrington, has great sushi. Miku
Yes,
and
and it's actually relatively cheap.
yes.
All right,
So
I'm going to take that pick off my board.
Hey, take it off.
go ahead.
Yeah, take it off.
Okay.
We're giving
I'm
you.
I'm
gonna
okay with a
go-
mulligan.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
sure?
if it's closed, then take it off.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go for a handful of years I lived in California. I was a vegan. And when I moved back home,
Yay!
I was a vegetarian. When I moved back home, I was like a lacto-ovo vegetarian, which is you eat fish and eggs, but no dairy and no meat and stuff like that. But there weren't a lot of great options. There's a place in Bristol in Unity Park, right next to Borealis Coffee, which is phenomenal, and the place is called Basil and Bunny, and they've got a wonton burger that I don't know what's in it. It's not meat. I don't know what the hell it is. It is unbelievable. It's tremendous, and it's fucking huge. It's this massive vegan vegetarian thing that you think, that's health food. It's cardboard. It's dust. No, it is goddamn incredible. Basil and Bunny,
Nice.
if you're even dabbling in vegetarianism, that's the place to go where you can eat something that tastes like you're eating something, horrible for you, and it's not.
I've never been, so I'm gonna take a look at it.
Yeah,
Sounds like a cool place.
Oh, and I have one more pick, right?
You do.
Your last pick.
I gotta go pizza, and the pizza in Bristol. 2 a.m, you go to Classic. Nello's has the best white pizza, but there's one place in Bristol that's been around forever. And when I was in Mount Carmel as a young lad,
That's where I went to.
did you really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, we should date. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade in Mount Carmel, they allowed me to go walk downtown
Is it
Bristol.
all boys' school or no?
No, it was mixed.
Oh,
I got my
okay.
first few smooches in there.
Okay.
If once you hit 6th grade, you were allowed to go out to lunch. And you could only go to 2 places: Sam's Pizza or Bristol House of Pizza.
Yeah.
Bristol House of Pizza had Tula was the woman. Her and her husband owned it.
Yeah.
What is
They
their
got the
last-
best chorizo and chips of all time there.
Let me tell you something. They're the
Great
best
fucking
people.
sandwich.
Their cheese pizza, like in a way, I'm gonna follow Kirk down this road. If a pizza is great with just cheese on it, that is a sign of a great pizza. That's all.
That's no
when I get a
question.
pizza, give me the cheese. Just give me cheese
That's
pizza.
all right. That's
And
the way
Bristol
you should
House
taste
Pizza
pizza.
has that old school, love.
The
to
Greeks there, right?
it. It is so damn good.
Yeah. Good
So,
place.
and like I said, they would let me know. She'd be like, Kevin, you have 10 minutes to get back to Mount Carmel. I go, oh, okay. Because if you were late, you lost the privilege.
Yeah.
But so since I was in 6th grade, I was eating on my own at Bristol House of Pizza, and it still holds up. And they have a sneaky, amazing tuna fish sandwich. I even said to Greg, I'm like, what the hell's in the tuna fish? He's like, I can't tell you. I'm like, what could it be? But anyway, sneaky, incredible tuna fish and a cheese pizza that you will never let you down.
Excellent. Kira, you're up for your last pick here.
Okay. I went back and forth on this one. But this is a little bit of a personal thing. My husband did the entire remodel in there, built the tiki bar. It's a great view. My daughter worked there. It's right on the water in downtown Bristol. I got to go, it's pricey, but if you want to sit out in the summer and have a good meal at a tiki bar, where they import palm trees for your view. And I know the owners. I got to put the beach house on here.
Beach house is phenomenal.
It used to be the old. It used to be the old Topsider, which was a
Topside.
biker
Oh,
bar.
yeah.
Biker bar. Yep.
Biker bar, but they have if you go in there,
Topside.
the deck.
Topside.
My husband built the deck. He built the tiki. He remodeled the inside. So
Great
the
place.
vibe is all like, I can't not like that, right? I know the owners, Jerry and Jessica. They moved to Florida, but they come back and they run that place. They own Thames Waterside as well.
Yes.
Good place.
Jerry's a great guy. Great
Jerry
guy.
Liberatos is a great guy, and Jessica's great. I love her. They're great peeps. And my daughter, they gave her a job there. She worked there for a year. And I can't think of many places other than the Wharf Rooftop that if you're going to go for a cocktail in the summer on a nice day to sit out, it's that tiki bar is about the best place you can
Thames Rooftop is phenomenal, and you got Kobe
Yes.
James every Saturday up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call too.
What I understand
Yeah,
about the
Thames,
beach
Thames.
house is the food. The food is really good there. Why not at Thames Street? Is the food not good at that fucking?
You're
show?
right. That
Different
you are
food
on the
stinks
money.
there.
on the money.
That is
Different
weird.
chefs.
I know, but it's the same owners. I'm
I
shocked
know.
by
They
that.
just need to replace the chef. That's all. But my husband did the upstairs thing at Thames too. He built
The
that
beach house
bar.
is really good
Re-
food. Really good.
Kira's husband's amazing. Amazing.
He's just a good contractor.
That's all right. That's good.
All right. And with the
So-
penultimate pick,
It's good to defend your husband. That's a good thing.
Good pick, Kira.
Kane.
Good one.
Excellent.
Who's up? I'm
pick.
up.
Kane, you're here for your last pick.
Oof, my last one. This is tough. I got a lot of ways I could go. Should I go with John's restaurant, Baja's? I don't know. I probably won't go that way. I wish Warren House of Pizza was still around. I may take them, but I won't. Man, this is a tough one. Fuck it. I'm gonna go with it. I'm going Quitos. I shouldn't go Bristol, but I'm gonna do it. Quitos is a phenomenal seafood place. Great atmosphere in the summer. The view out there is amazing, but the actual food that they put out of that place really is great seafood. And if you're gonna live in Rhode Island, if you're gonna live in Bristol, you're gonna live in Warren. I really did that Viola Cucina in Barrington. I don't know if you've been there. That Italian restaurant over there is really good. But if I'm gonna say like, what do I want to eat when I come down to Rhode Island? Quitos is one of the places that I'm just gonna go. So they have some of the best chowder. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with them. I'm gonna take
Like you
Quitos.
said, the clam cakes at Quitos are 1A with Clam Shack. They're those two
Yeah.
places. You're getting top notch clam cakes if that's
100%.
your game.
I'm gonna have one honorable mention after, but for
The
now,
scallops at Keto's are amazing too.
Yeah.
If you get the
Great place.
fried scallops. I mean, not fried. They're pan-seared scallops are so
Yeah.
good.
Seared.
In
awesome
butter,
place.
brown butter. Mm.
I'm going
Yum,
6 to midnight, Kira. 6 to midnight.
All right, John, you got the final pick.
Oh, it is tough. I think if I wanted to go, not old school, maybe old school-ish, but staple Warnish, I would go with the Crossroads. They're very
Yes.
respectable.
Yes.
Wow.
But
It's like an old school pick from like when I
but,
first
well, but I'm not going to go Crossroads.
He's not
That's
doing
good. Thank God.
I'm going to go with something new. I hope it's allowed because it's technically you don't go inside to get the food here. But I'm not sure if you guys have tried this place, but the Taco Box in Warren. Have you guys tried the Taco Box?
Is it like a
Wait.
food truck?
It's like it's a food truck.
It's behind the Dell's hut.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
and the
down
thing is,
by the bike
the
shop.
bike path. Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it tacos, but it's basically pizza, right, Kevin? Wouldn't you almost call it pizza?
Yeah, it's like little mini pizzas, and it is.
Wow.
They've cornered the market on what they do. You're right. It's like, you got a
So
great little
fucking
thing
good.
going.
They've got
Yeah.
a street corn pizza or street corn taco, whatever you want to call it. It's really, really, really,
check
really
that
good.
out.
So if
That's a
you're
sneaky
in
good
town
call.
on the
Sneaky-
bike path, whatever, you got to try the Taco Box.
Awesome.
Hey, can we just shout out to Nipples in his tuxedo? I
Looks awesome.
appreciate
Yeah,
that you dressed up for the occasion.
he's a
to-
Milton's man.
He
Note
is.
for men.
And Nipples, you know
looks
Warren a little
smart.
bit. I want to hear like what throw out a couple that are your favorites, I guess.
Well, last week I was at Rod's. Got a couple no onion to go.
They stink there, huh?
I said they're number 3 for me in the state.
Wow.
Buino
In the state?
Rama, of course, is the best.
Okay.
But I was thinking about something, and it was a lot of places you've talked about, but one place that's closed in Bristol, Tweets Balzano.
Tweets.
Oh.
Tweets was fantastic place, and I know you guys don't like it, but Jack's. in
Oh, I've
Bel
got
Air.
nothing wrong with
Is
Jack.
legendary.
Are we talking about
Yeah.
Jack's Family or Jack's
Yeah.
Bar on Butter Street?
No, Jack's Family
Family.
Restaurant.
Okay.
So-
Because
And also,
then,
shout out
on
Jack's
Butter
Bar. That's where I go on Sundays, and that's
And
Jack's
then-
Bar's not bad.
I
That's
absolutely
one-
gotta
one
shout-
corridor, but it's gonna
You're
get
getting a
packs of
liquid
punch.
lunch, but you're getting it cheap and it's not bad at all. So
You
yeah.
know, there's a place too that you don't think about much is Casual Inn. I don't know if you guys have been there,
Oh,
but
What
yeah,
a
Franklin Street.
little tiny
Good
hole
place.
in the wall. So
yeah,
good.
good place.
They're
Ah,
opening
the
the
Lopes
Franklin
family,
right next
whatever.
to that too.
Franklin
Franklin
Street.
is about to
Benavides.
open up.
Excellent. Yeah, no, and the other places, I'm just gonna say no food. Delectus Pharmacy, get yourself a
Delectus
coffee
is great.
cabinet.
Can't forget
Get a
about those
coffee
coffee.
cabinet.
Add it on my list, Nipples.
Oh, that's a magical place.
Oh,
Yep.
those
My,
coffee
my
cabinets.
kids
are
have
great.
their first cabinets there. You know,
Nice.
shake 'em. It's not a shake; it's a coffee cabinet.
Exactly.
Like, Dad, can
All
we
right.
have coffee? You're having coffee cabinets.
All right, so I think we've got some good lists. I'm gonna send the list to Kane. And maybe we'll figure out about getting one place up in this we'll figure out one of the places and go have some food or something.
Yeah, we'll go to the engine room. We'll go to the engine room.
Oh, I'll be there.
Now,
Let
Richie
me
would
know the
love to
date.
have us. We could probably get a bunch of people and maybe treated.
We should do a little get together at the engine room.
While we're all here, let's just call it out here. What about? I think I was gonna think about bringing it up on the show, but is there any way we're thinking about where Kirk could do the Rhode Island live show? Is Colt State Park a place if you wanted to do it outside that they could do it?
No, he wants to do it.
I would be
inside.
great though. There's
If you're gonna do it outside, why not the band shell at Burrs Hill?
That would
If
be
he was going to
awesome.
do it outside, do it at freaking Bold Point Park where you can have like a full on like carnival.
What is it
at
called?
Bold Point Park in East Providence.
Okay.
Yeah, over by
you
the
don't want Kirk doesn't want to
rail
leave.
trail.
Don't do that.
He
I
doesn't
told
want to
you
do
He's done
outside.
them outside. It's not like it's unprecedented. So.
Honestly, if he could get into the comedy connection, I feel like the size is pretty
Oh.
good and the stage is
The
good too.
the Strand would be great.
Jane Pickens Theater in Newport, 450, 500 people.
What's
Okay.
the place in Providence? It used to be a porn theater. The Columbus. The Columbus Theater is gorgeous inside. It
You
was
also
a-
got to think about where the Minifans are going to go the night before and all that too. So you
Yeah.
got to have that.
Well, you're in the
atmosphere.
city of Providence. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's what I mean. So Providence might
Providence
work.
is like
you know?
Portland. It's the same thing. Like if you
Yeah,
go
it'll
to
work.
yes.
you could do the Strand. You could do. There's a couple of places in Providence you could do that central. But yeah, you could
Well-
go deep.
What's that place in Cranston they just reopened like last year? The Park something maybe?
I don't know.
Park Theater, I
That's-
think it might be.
There's also the place in Woonsocket that there's a lot of shows at. That who was just saying they went there to see somebody on the show. They were just
Oh, cinema.
cinema. Just went to see
Cinema.
yes, the Woonsocket. That's a good theater. It's a very good theater.
Yeah, I was there too. I didn't recognize cinema because he was wearing pants.
No pockets.
You're here all night, folks.
I don't know. If you're in Rhode Island, though, you want to take advantage of the water. I mean, I could see something
I agree.
outside to just
I
kind of
agree.
Like
get in the right place, the right town.
Kirk would love the bike path. Just jogging.
Bike path is awesome. I mean, it's
I think we
a-
do it back at
Great
Dudex with Trung. We go to Dudex.
It's actually not the worst idea in the world. Kev,
Like,
how
why
many
not?
seats do you think are in that second story theater on Market Street?
Oh, on
Yeah,
second.
that's true. That would be
Those are-
fun.
oh,
Wouldn't that be
that's true.
fun?
That
Could
would
also
be
stumble
crazy.
right over to the
That's
bar and somewhere
Yeah,
else.
because then we could do Galactic maybe,
Yeah,
No,
but
like-
Richardson's is right across the street.
right?
Stumble
Second
down to
Street
Market
is
Street
kind of
Pub,
cheap.
you know.
It's not that many.
Yeah.
No, the Columbus and Providence is great. We could do Montante's golf tournament in Bristol at the Bristol Golf Park.
Do it. There you go.
See if
Well,
you
I
can,
thought
we
you
could-
just played
We
Swansea,
could
by
go
the
to
way.
the we could go to the 19th hole, Kev. That
Yeah,
little
Yeah,
it's
bar
right there.
yeah, see if Montante can redeem himself.
There's plenty of that around in Bristol. Don't worry. We all
Uh,
done?
Well, yeah, well, I guess it's just going to be based on everything. I think the winner probably going to be Bristol.
Think so.
Oh, come on.
Much to my dismay. I mean,
Were there more Bristol places picked?
I
would say
think
so,
so. Yeah, I think so. I didn't write down each town, but yeah.
Well, you guys
We'll
took my
figure it
one.
out.
It was going to be Rod's Grill.
Well, 4 out of my 6 were Warren, so it wasn't me. I had one Bristol.
I definitely had a Bristol heavy lineup,
One.
unfortunately, but
It's all on you, Keen. It's all
Yeah,
right.
what are you gonna
This
do?
is the thing. The point is the East Bay has some great places. It's
Correct.
awesome culinary, dining, drinking, like the whole vibe is very, very
we did it for
good.
Tom in Michigan. I know he's watching.
Oh, I was going to
Yeah.
say, you might as well just package this up and send it right to Roscoe. That's
Oh, what
what
about Billy? What's it,
It's Roscoe and Tom are the only 2 people who are going to watch this.
Don's
that was,
lurking in case somebody
uh,
says something stupid. He's gonna clip it and post it and fuck him over.
We're
So
just
Don's
doing a
around.
service to the Minifans who visit for the Rhode Island show. So.
Bill Leach?
I'm
Bill
looking
Leach-
forward to
hey,
it.
hey, Bill Leach is watching this, and I'll say this for Billy.
I like Bill.
I think his sister-in-law is Peruvian. There's a
Oh.
Peruvian place in Bristol called Quali. I have
Yes.
not eaten there yet, but I've heard that if you're a Peruvian connoisseur, it is worth a damn.
Good.
I was
All right.
always I was given a piece of advice by another Minifan. They said whenever Kevin from Bristol starts talking about Peruvian folks, you sign off. So at this point, I am out.
All right, guys.
Thank you,
Bye,
John.
guys.
We'll see everybody later. Thank you for
Thanks,
joining.
guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night.